Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm super excited to get back into this. For you guys, it's been not much time at all. For me, it's been a couple of days. For me, the semester's about to start. You guys are probably going to see this sometime in September, but I'm recording it in August.
Azure Moon. Heartstring Moon. The King's triumphant return.
Ooh, I think Dimitri might be getting his redemption arc here. I mean, we got signs of that last time.
Following the death of Rodrigue, Dimitri begins to question his desire for revenge. His troubled mind turns to the kingdom capital and how he might end the chaos plaguing Fargus once and for all.
But yeah, I just had my faculty retreats, and this coming Monday we're going to be starting classes. So yeah, I've been a little bit busy with that, but luckily I have my schedule kind of for YouTube kind of mapped out already. That's one of the reasons why I record ahead. It makes it harder for me to really apply comments from the comment sections of my videos, which is a little bit unfortunate, but time-wise, it's kind of the only way I can do things, especially when the semester starts and things get real busy at my day job.
Our victory at Drondor was certainly a turning point for us. However, Rodrigue's death has been difficult to bear. We've lost considerable military strength and resources.
If Felix doesn't address this at all, I'm going to be really disappointed in the writers. Is there no way to secure more soldiers?
If we split up the soldiers currently defending the monastery, we should have sufficient numbers to invade the Empire. But even then...
Your Highness, you should be resting. Your wounds are still healing. I am well, I assure you. More importantly, may I have a moment of your time? Thank you. I wish to apologize to all of you. I have led you down this dark path with me, and have caused so much suffering along the way.
Yeah, you have.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am for my behavior. There is no apology I could offer that would be sufficient.
And how do you intend to make up for my father's death?
Felix,
seriously.
I realize words alone are not enough to repent, but I fear they are all I have.
I'm not after more empty words. I want you to speak through your actions.
I know that no amount of regret can ever bring back the lives we have lost. I know that well. It is like patching up a tear with a different material. Things can never be as they were. The best I can hope for is to make things whole again. I wish to do the right thing from now on. That is why I have made a decision. I intend to take back the kingdom capital. I wish to save our people. Those who I turned my back on for far too long.
The thing that I suggested first?
Do the right thing. That is the only way I can atone for my sins.
Your Highness.
Gotta go beat up that mage.
If we can win back Ferdinand, it will give us the advantage in our war against the Empire.
Forgot her name.
As one who has served the royal family for ages, know that your words bring me great joy and pride. That said, I must point out that if we make for Ferdinand, the Emperor's head will slip further out of reach. Can you live with that?
I still hold hatred in my heart for her, and for the ones responsible for the tragedy. That I will carry with me until death. But my life is my own. It belongs to no one else, and it is high time that I started living for what I believe in.
Damn right, you
I will no
mopey
longer
bastard.
allow the voices of the
go.
dead to bind me. This is something that I must do. No. Something that I am choosing to do. I will accomplish my aim, even if it means risking my life to do so.
Understood, Your Highness. So, any objections?
Count me in.
You are correct. We cannot afford to die in vain by recklessly challenging the Empire. I'm worried about Lady Rhea. But if this is the choice you've made, I support it.
I am at your command, Your Highness. I will follow you anywhere.
My sword is at your service, Your Highness.
I'll help too. The people in Ferdiad need us.
Fine, I'll help you, in my father's stead. But in return, you must win. You know that, don't you, Dimitri?
I do. And I swear on my father's lance that we will prevail.
Then it is decided. It seems this war council has much to discuss. Our next stop is Ferdiad, the kingdom capital, for the future of Fargus.
Gilbert. Yes. Chat,
Even
buddy.
this town, which was a ruin, has begun to recover its energy. However, acquiring supplies is still difficult. The people living here are struggling too. This conflict must be brought to an end soon.
I quite agree.
Yes. Let us seize victory together and build a new, more peaceful world. Still, I wonder what path my life should follow once we achieve our goals.
Aren't you going back to your family? You better.
That has been my intent. But surely my daughter Annette must have her own path to follow. Perhaps she would be happier if our paths diverged. Of course, if she desires it, I will gladly return. But if she does not, I wonder if I should ask my wife to join me here. To live out our days together at the monastery.
That one.
That would not be so bad a choice either. Perhaps it is the fault of last night's drink that I am indulging in such dreams of the future today.
It's important to think about the future.
Yes, I've learned there is strength in focusing clearly on tomorrow and allowing yesterday to be done.
Hey! It's the old fishing guy! Hi there!
Old fishing guy?
A short time ago, I instructed these children in the art of fishing.
Thanks to you, we caught a really big fish in the river nearby.
Is that right? Be sure you share it with your families now.
We will!
What happened to not smiling?
I did say something about that once, didn't I? I even told you to forget you ever saw me smile. But now, I would not ask that of you. Your words from when last we spoke have stayed with me. They bring to mind the king I first served. He told me not to dwell upon the dead. The dead are dead, and those who live are not bound by them. I intend to live my own life from now on.
Well, that's a fine smile, Gilbert.
You have a fine smile as well. One that I could never have imagined when we first met. No matter how our titles or positions change, I hope you will always remain yourself, Professor.
Well, look at that. Two people who started out emotionally, inept, smiling at each other. I like that. So what's on the calendar today? Golden fish. Cool, maybe we'll do our fishing today. We should have a lot of bait, because we didn't do it last time. Now, something else I want to do right away, because Felix was struggling because I forgot that I had him in his beginner class. And I need to reclass him.
A new high.
I am glad that we went and got the Myrmidon skill, though. That one was a +3 in speed, which is very useful for him. The intermediate one, which was Thief, yeah, that one was not as useful. That one gave us Steal, but I'm, never going to use that. I think that's it, right? Let's just make sure that I don't have anybody else in previous classes. I know Dimitri still is. I should... Well, I guess I can't do master classes on them. They're not 26 yet. She's not too far off. If I did her as an adjutant a couple of times, I might be able to keep her closer to the party. Yeah, he still doesn't have his master class, poor guy. Gave him a second advanced class, though. How close were you on this? 24? As a soldier, huh? Oh yeah, Daydu finished his mastery on his last one, so we need to reclass him as well. I'm glad we checked that. War Master.
Something new. Good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start giving him some fist weapons too to start using as that War Master. Okay, and how close are you? 1. Oh my gosh. Oh, it hurts. Okay, but we'll make him a great lord after our next battle. Just that one left, huh? I hope it's a good skill. I wonder if I'm gonna get another unique class. Those skill experience bonuses are really nice. I think I will master this, but if there's not something after that, I may go back to the Enlightened one. I wonder if the growths are better for the Enlightened one, too. Anyways, let's check out what supports we've got. Oh yeah, Dimitri's opened up, so he's gonna have a whole bunch with people. What about him and Daydu? Oh, we have to get that one to A. We have to. Okay, we probably can't do that. We'll have to wait till we explore. Alright, let's see these two.
I have a question for you. Answer quickly before my hand slips and I cut you in half.
Always so ominous.
Wow.
Well, what is it, Felix?
Sometimes you have an animal's face, contorted with anger and bloodlust. At other times, a man's with a friendly smile. Which is your true face?
Do not waste your breath on questions with such obvious answers. They are both the real me. My father, my friends, Glenn, they all meant a great deal to me.
I'm guessing that this is one that we couldn't have gotten before the time skip. Like, you can tell because the voice acting has a different inflection when Dimitri is... You know, post-time skip Dimitri has a different inflection to his voice, a little bit harsher.
And they were all brutally slaughtered. I alone survived. If I do not shoulder the anguish and regret they must have felt, who will?
So that's how you justify your atrocities.
What do you mean?
I will fulfill my duty to the late king. My old man used to say that over and over like a mantra. How nauseating. No one seems to understand. The dead won't acknowledge your loyalty. They don't care. What a load of bunk it is, pretending to serve a corpse. You're serving your own ego.
You are wrong.
No, I'm not. The dead are dead. The living are living.
I'm kind of with
you have
Felix,
to respect that boundary.
honestly.
If you keep stringing gravestones around your neck, you'll snap.
Even still, I cannot forget them, nor can I let them go.
Like, Felix is pretty harsh in his delivery, but like, I'm gonna be honest, like, knowing the story, I actually fully understand everything that Felix has said. Like, it totally makes sense, and I'm pretty much on his side. Like, he was the one who saw the boar prince within Dimitri right from the start, and he's been right in calling him out on it pretty much at every step, so good on you, Felix.
Then keep those thoughts to yourself. If you're too weak to do that, abandon your throne, become a gravekeeper.
Felix.
I'm not immune to emotion, you know. Far from it. I haven't gone a day without questioning why my father and brother had to die, while I survived.
Yeah.
I'll bear this pain until the day I die, but I refuse to wallow in it. I have more important things to do than blubber for my whole life.
He's such a good character.
You know, Felix, you really are growing more and more like your brother. Always so sarcastic and constantly looking for a fight. But deep inside, more than anyone, you...
What are you getting at?
Oh, it's nothing. But allow me to thank you. Your perspective has opened my eyes.
Not my intention. I couldn't stand the pathetic look on your face, that's all.
I see. If you say so, then we will leave it at that.
Dimitri and Mercy. Looks like they've got 2 more.
You've been spending a lot of time at the training ground, Mercedes. As far as swordsmanship goes, you're like a whole new person.
See, this is old Dimitri's voice.
Thank you. I have such a great time when you teach me that improving comes naturally.
Which, like, hearing him talk to Mercy like this, post-time skip, wouldn't have worked until this point, which is, like, it totally makes sense why they blocked us off from continuing supports for a while, until he kind of, came around a little bit more.
It's all because of your own hard work. Compared to you,
You shouldn't be so disappointed in yourself. You're improving too. You just need to keep at it.
Well, I can hold a needle and thread without breaking anything now. That's something.
That's a big step. When we started, you couldn't even hold a pair of scissors without twisting them apart.
True. I'm sorry for being such a burden.
You're no bother at all. I like sewing with you. It reminds me of when I was young and my mother taught me how to sew. My mother would sit with my brother and me, and we'd all sew together. I really miss it. Even though I was barely better than you when I started. Did your mother like to sew, Dimitri?
My birth mother? From my father's accounts, she wasn't great at it either.
Oh, of course. I forgot that the Queen of Fargus passed away long ago.
Yes. I don't really remember what she was like. But I remember my stepmother, always sitting by the window sewing away.
I don't think somebody who was actually, like, a noble or even a commoner of Fargus would forget that their queen had died. That's, like, just something that's in the common consciousness.
I'm sure she would have been happy to teach you if you had asked.
She always looked so lonely when she was sewing. So unreachable. She was kind to me, yes, but when she was like that, it was hard to talk to her. I'm not certain she would have wished to teach me.
I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I didn't mean to bring up such difficult memories.
Don't worry about it. If I don't talk about those things sometimes, I'll risk forgetting them altogether. And that would truly be a shame.
I see.
But now I'm just going on and on about myself. Why don't you tell me more about you?
More about me? Oh, goodness. I don't even know what to say.
It's hard to think of something on the spot, isn't it? You could speak of your family, I suppose.
You want to know more about my family? On that topic, I'm happy to oblige. In fact, I'm so glad you asked. It's important to think about your past and share it every now and then. This might take a while, but would you be willing to stay and listen?
Of course. I will listen for as long as you wish.
Hey, Dimitri and Annie. Looks like they've got 2 more as well.
Your Highness, I have one more favor to ask.
Is this about Gustav again? I have plenty more stories about him, but perhaps it is time for you to speak with him yourself.
Oh, it's not about Father this time. This time I wanted to ask about you.
About me?
I mean, I heard all about Father last time, but I didn't ask about you.
Ah, well, I'm afraid there is not much of interest for me to tell you.
Oh, it doesn't have to be funny or interesting. That's not why I'm asking. It's just that I thought I already knew you, but I'm not sure I really do. That day when we were reunited at the monastery, I didn't know what to say to you. So I wanted to prepare some of your favorite food. I thought maybe if you ate something that you liked, you'd cheer up a little. But when I got to the kitchen, I realized I didn't even know what you like to eat.
I see. Well, it's a little hard to say what my favorite is. I just don't really have any strong feelings about food. That said, you're pretty keen on sweet things, right, Annette?
Yes, that's right. I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Oh, did you know there's a famous sweet shop in the capital?
Yes. It often had long lines outside, didn't it? The castle guards often spoke of it.
The sweets were so good. They cost a fortune, but I loved them. When Father was still around, we all lived as a family in the capital. Since then, I've had them only a few times. How I'd love to taste them again.
Say, Annette, when this war is over, where will you go? I heard that you were close to Baron Dominic back in the academy days.
That's right. But that's not where I think I'd like to go when all of this is over. I reconnected with Father, so I'd like to live with my family again, in the capital. Also, if I'm in the capital, I'll be able to see you from time to time, right?
Ah, that settles it then. We'll have to get your father working twice as hard.
Father's at a ripe old age now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't work him too hard.
Oh, of course. I will keep that in mind.
Ah, Dimitri and Ingrid, this will be their last one.
Finally, you score a point against me on the ground. You have improved, Ingrid.
That was nothing more than a fluke. My technique was horribly sloppy that last round.
It does not matter what sort of technique it was. You won. If this had been a real battle, I would be dead. You wielded your lance well, without any hesitation. Has your approach changed?
You may recall when I said I'm now able to move on, because of you.
I remember. What did you mean by it?
That I finally understand the truth about Glenn. It sounds as though he died with a heavy heart, a heart that carried regret. I had suspected as much, but instead of acknowledging it, I twisted my memory of him to fit an ideal I've been upholding.
I see.
Your Highness, I will not sacrifice my life for anyone, but perhaps instead, I can live my life for someone. I will pledge my life to you.
And how exactly am I meant to interpret that?
However you please, Your Highness.
Oh? Well then. Ingrid, when this is all over, I want you to support and defend me. As my knight. I have been thinking of telling you this for a long time. We get along well, you and I.
As your knight? Yes, of course. Of course I will. I intended to do so for the sake of the kingdom. Together,
Blush.
Your Highness. You and I. Our first order of business, putting this tragic war to an end.
Sorry, Ingrid. I ship you and Sylvain more.
Yes. And while we're at it, do not die on me, Ingrid. Promise me that.
Yes, Your Highness. I swear it on my lance.
Why are you out and about so late, Dimitri?
Hello, Flame. I could ask you the same thing.
Me? I was feeling restless and came here to think.
I see. I'm here for the same reason.
How funny. But, are you feeling well?
You look fairly pale.
It's nothing. I just have a bit of a headache.
Oh my. Headaches are quite troublesome, are they not? I am sure it will subside soon. Actually, I am quite talented when it comes to healing magic. If you will allow me, I will have you feeling better in no time.
That's kind of you, but I'm fine.
But why not? Have I offended you somehow?
This headache is something I've dealt with for a while now. Ever since my family and friends were murdered before my eyes. I must never forget that day. I must never allow their deaths to be forgotten. I feel this headache is a reminder of sorts. Of those I failed to protect. And of their murderers who still roam free.
I see. That would explain your somber demeanor. Still, I do not agree with all you are saying. I feel that if I were your father or any of your dear friends whom you lost, I would want you to let go of me eventually. I would never want someone whom I care deeply for to be pained by the loss of me for eternity. And I doubt they would want that either.
Perhaps.
Wise words, Flame.
Unfortunately, they have left this world, so I can no longer ask their preference.
We cannot ask them directly, but we can imagine how they might have felt. You know who they were as people. As for me, if I am ever to be but a memory in your future, I want you to remember me in a way that brings you joy. I would want you to smile when you recalled me, to feel warmed by the notion that I cherished your company. I cannot imagine I am the only one who feels this way. Surely, anyone who loved another would wish only for their peace and happiness. I must apologize. I was out of line, clearly. I must get some rest now. Please do not stay up too late yourself.
Good night, Flame. And thank you.
Okay, start off Gilbert's.
Gustav, it has been 8 years since I last called you by that name.
Your Highness, I must deeply apologize for leaving the kingdom without permission. There
is no need to explain, old friend. I can guess at your reasons. The tragedy of Duscur. You felt responsible for that incident and sought respite in the goddess, abandoning your name, rank, and homeland in repentance. Am I right?
I have no excuses to offer. It was all I could think to do.
I always knew you for a pious man, and I figured that if you were to leave, this is where you would end up. You have changed much. Your face does not have the same resolve it once did.
If I may, Your Highness, you have changed as well.
I can't disagree.
It was my duty to protect His Majesty, your father. Naturally, that also included Lady Patricia and yourself as well.
So in the last episode when Rodrigue and him were talking about Lady Patricia, I didn't immediately realize, even though like the next line said that it was his stepmother, Dimitri, so it was Lady Patricia is Edelgard's mother and Dimitri's stepmother, and I didn't realize that that's who they were talking about. But when I was rewatching the footage, the next line basically said it, and I just wasn't paying close enough attention. So they were talking about maybe she had some involvement, and maybe she disappeared rather than actually died, because they never recovered her body. She was the only body they couldn't recover. So that's an interesting little wrinkle that we need to learn more about.
My father and mother are gone. No amount of regret will bring them back.
My dreams are haunted by the thought that, had I arrived at Duscur more swiftly...
You saved my life at Duscur. I have only gratitude for you, no blame to speak of. I wish for you to remain in the kingdom, Gustav, even after this conflict is over. I need your strength to help rebuild the ravaged land that Fargus has become.
Please, I beg your forgiveness, but there is no place left for me in that land.
I see. Though much has changed, your stubbornness remains. I have no desire to trouble you. If you do not wish to return, That is your choice to make. But I do advise you to at least visit the place of your birth. If only for your family's sake.
Yes, Your Highness. Thank you. I appreciate your concern.
Oh, cool. And Catherine.
Another day, another training session, I see. You're quite dedicated. And practicing with the sword today. You weren't any good with it when you were little, as I recall.
And who told you that?
Lord Rodrigue mentioned it to me. He said you used to swing your sword so hard that you'd break it.
That was ages ago. I've had plenty of time to improve since then. Now I count swordplay as one of my specialties. Care to see for yourself?
Well, I can't just take your word for it, can I? Let's see what you've got. Well, I'm impressed. You're better than I expected.
I could say the same of you. I suppose we students still have much to learn.
No need for false modesty. We fought as equals just now.
Says the crit god who
You're
kills
strong,
everybody in one
and
hit.
your form is excellent. You're clearly an experienced fighter. But you're greedy. You can't be so impatient to win. It'll come at a grave cost.
Greedy? I see. I'll take that note to heart. You have my thanks for the instruction.
Ah, it returns. The formality, the stiffness. Anyway, after we're through here, I might head into town for some food. Care to join me?
I appreciate the invitation, but I have certain duties I must attend to this evening.
Of course you do. Never mind about my plans then.
I thought you'd say that. You have the same sense of responsibility as I do.
You think so? I didn't want to push you to join me. We can just do it another day.
Hey, I could ship these two.
I'll confess, I'm taking a shine to you. I'd like to talk to you more.
I would like that as well.
He could use somebody who could loosen him up from being so stiff.
Ever since I saw you wielding a sword all those years ago, I've been following in your footsteps. To be able to stand with you and cross swords is quite a...
Hey, slow down. Where did all this come from? You're embarrassing me. That's enough chatter for now anyway. Let's get back to sparring, this time with lances. I won't hold back. Show me what you can do.
Right. Prepare yourself!
Yeah, she's a sword master, and he's a lance master. Alright, so I think it's just you two now, right? Nice. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot of things. Did I need to check? No, you still can't qualify. Okay, let's go and explore. So it looks like every month there's going to be a supply run of some kind with Gilbert. Looks like he's got both missions.
Hi. Hey, you.
Alright, let's do this. Bernie!
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. And now we're headed to the kingdom? That sounds hard. Oh, really hard, don't you think?
We'll be fine.
Of course you'd say that. Why'd I even ask?
I think she would have liked the other answer better. Okay, anything on the second floor? Ooh, there is somebody up there. Probably Cyril. Such a long hallway. Where are you at? Oh, it's somebody in a room. Who would that be? Ignatz? Whoops, went right past it. Oh, Felix.
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dimitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
Alright, I got your back, buddy. Rocky Burdock. Never seen that one. Strength. Awesome. I'll take it. Ooh, that one's a 5-star.
Unbelievable.
Hi there.
I'll be coming back to you.
Okay.
It's gonna be a big fishing day because I didn't do it last month, so I have all the bait from last month and this month. It's gonna be long and boring, but I'll speed it up for you guys. Frankly, I don't care for fishing that much.
Greetings,
it's just
Professor.
something I
Nothing
do.
to report. Ferdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die, but I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated. Ah well, I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fodlan knows peace.
Okay, any items to pick up? Man, so many items over here.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think 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 this one, yes? I think...
Wait, which one do you think?
Return soon,
Tell
please.
me again.
If you manage to take back Ferdiad, it'll make it a bit easier for us to do business. Taxes in the Fargus dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman. What does she use that ample tax money for anyway?
Ah, that's her name.
From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't that defeat the purpose of conquering them?
Yep. But the poor are easily controlled. When they have to do whatever they can to survive, they don't have much time for rebelling, unfortunately. How many Master Seals do I have? I wish it would tell me right here. I think I've got 2 of them left. Two. Oh, and I've got those 2 Dark Seals. I still don't know when or where I can use those. Yeah, I want to know how to use those.
Hello!
It's got to be somewhat soon. I feel like we're getting close to the end of the game. I mean, relatively close. Let's see, we're on chapter 18. There's probably, like... I would guess anywhere from, like, 22 to 24 chapters.
Tell your friends! Professor?
The time skip was around chapter 12, right? So there could be 24 chapters.
So we're
going,
turning
Shamir?
around and heading for the kingdom capital? Ridiculous. Tell him to cease this nonsense. Isn't there a saying in Fodlan? Something about those with power knowing how to use it. If he's not careful, the goddess will send her saints to smite him. Not that I believe that.
Where are we with supports with you? I might start doing gifts and stuff for the people that I'm not using. Ooh, we can get you to an A. I think we can do that.
So we're tell him, isn't there, if he's not...
Alright, do I have anything that you would like? Maybe the hunting dagger?
Thanks.
Yeah. Man, I wish it would show us right away if we got it.
So we're telling, isn't
Because
there...
overgifting isn't useful. But let's give her a couple of these flowers that we've got multiples of.
So tell him, isn't there, if he's not...
There it is. Got it. Hey.
Say, up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed. As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order.
Interesting
At the
lore
same
about
time,
Cornelia.
The diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It was miraculous.
Oh. She caused the plague. Yeah. She did it to gain power. That's what that just told me. Fill in the blanks, ladies and gents.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
You don't have to hide it.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon. Let's get there quickly.
Agreed. It'll feel good to take her down.
I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
Okay, we'll see if there are any items down here.
What?
Oh, there's somebody down here we need to talk to.
Here's my thought.
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
Not quite. That's a horrible way to look at it. A horrible way to look at it. Ignorance is bliss, she says. She's happy being a fish.
No.
To be caught one day and ate. Okay, we have so much fishing we can do right now. Hold on, let me look at the calendar real quick and see if there is any event that maybe is better. Fish of Mystery. That one gives you the goddess fish, I think. And I don't really... Hold on. I want to see something. Because there's a part of this game that I've been ignoring, and that's food. Or cooking, I mean, not food. I haven't been ignoring food, but the cooking here. So these give you... Okay, the ultimate in fine cuisine. Allies gain +1 to all stats for the rest of the month. Okay, I don't care about things like this, to be honest with you. There might be, like, some benefits, but, like, those would come mostly knowing in what types of stats you might want for the upcoming mission, but since this is our first playthrough, I don't know what the missions look like. So I don't know if, like, it would benefit Felix for being faster, because everybody on the map is a super fast assassin that can double him still somehow, you know, like those types of things. So I don't use stuff like this very much in a game until a second playthrough, and even then I don't. So yeah, the goddess fish isn't that interesting to me other than the money aspect, so I think I will use this golden fish event to fish out. So this one's going to be a long one for me. It'll still be 20 seconds for all of you. But I will see you afterwards. So fast mode engage. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end fishing early. This felt really unlucrative today. I felt like the rate that we saw golden fish was about the same as what we saw for Fistful of Fish events. And those ones, at least, when you get a goldfish, you get multiples of them. So this felt really... It was not a good day for catching goldfish for me. It didn't feel particularly lucrative. Let's tell what we did get. So,
one, yes.
3 silverfish.
I thank you. This one, yes.
2 platinum fish.
I thank you. This one,
and
yes.
8 golden fish.
I thank you.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that was particularly... It didn't feel particularly good. And I kind of just got sick of fishing. So, I've got 20 baits left, but we're going to go ahead and end it now anyways. And... let's go and eat some food. And then we'll go and finish talking to people. Okay. Wow, people are actually looking pretty good. I do want to see if I can do Daydu with Dimitri. So yes, he is showing up in the lists now. So Daydu and Dimitri, right there. I know he's full, but I don't care. I want their A rank.
I never thought I would be able to enjoy a meal with my friends again.
No one is to blame. But yes, we should eat together more often.
Okay, so Ash, Sylvain, and Annie. That's really it that are empty. Let's do Ash and Catherine together. There it is.
Eating food always fires me up.
This... Okay, Sylvain, who do you need to get some stat ups with? We can do Bernie. Dorothea might be fun to see Sylvain hitting on Dorothea for a couple couple things, but let's work on Bernie first. Alright, Sylvain and Bernie. There it is.
Yeah, you...
And Annie. Oh, wrong thing. Sports. Annie. Felix. Or Dimitri. Yeah, Felix or Dimitri. There's Annie and Felix. Yeah, let's do that.
That looks at.
Ooh.
Okay, Mercy's half, and Leonie's half. They probably don't have a support together, but I think I'll just do it anyway. Unless I want to focus on one of these. How many events do I have? 6? Yeah, I could do 2 more. So we could do one with Mercy and Dimitri or Dedu. Yeah, I guess since both of them ate, they won't show up now, huh? We can't actually have them eat again, is that correct? Is that true? Yeah, I think that's true. Okay, then we'll do Mercy and Leonie. That's fine.
That.
Okay, now did supports go up with any of them? Felix and Annie, their final one. Let's see it.
Now the flowers are all taken care of.
Oh yeah, the singing.
Felix? Why are you hiding there?
I'm not hiding.
No? Then what are you here for? You don't even have a real reason, do you?
He wants to hear you sing.
No, I don't.
Because your beautiful songs
Then
are so
why?
good.
Because of you.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
I want you to sing for me.
Yep.
I hear your voice when I'm asleep or in battle. It's like...
Whoa.
It's like I'm your captive.
My captive? What are you saying? Oh my, I'm suddenly really flustered.
Well, this is adorable.
I can't help it. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget I said anything.
Felix, are you blushing?
I don't know. Shut up. I'm not blushing.
Yeah, this is adorable.
Well, if you feel like that about it, I suppose I could sing for you sometimes. If you like that sort of thing.
Oh? I'd better go. Bye.
Hey, wait! You just got here. Do you want to hear me sing or not?
Yes, I do.
Well, what song do you want me to sing? Bears, swamp beasties, foxes, or dungeon?
Wow, these songs.
I'd like to hear all of them, if you don't mind. Starting with the library song in full. Sing for me. Please,
Sing
Annette?
for me.
Well, okay. Just this once.
Okay, that was adorable as all hell. Okay. Who else do I want ups with? So we got Dimitri. We got Shamir. Alois might be good. The last one of his actually gave us some sweet lore into Gerald, which was really cool. So we might want to work on him too. And Manuela's close to her A. Alright, let's continue exploring.
Say, I've come to deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much. But I wanted to help you guys out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
I don't feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done. But if His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
How you doing, Dimitri?
I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly. I am also eternally grateful to you. Now, it's time to go to the kingdom capital. I hope that you will lend me your strength once again.
Cool.
How is this? Everyone is saying His Highness is back to his old self, but I do not think that is accurate.
No,
what
not
he
quite.
was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
True. Dimitri's completely changed. Or maybe I should say he's finally back to normal.
See that teleport?
Either way, I'm glad he's come around to the idea of retaking Ferdiad. With our current troops, there's no way we could handle the Imperial capital. We wouldn't even get past Fort Merceus.
Okay, so far in this game, Leonie, Ingrid, Catherine, and Shamir are like best girls. There could be some others in the other houses that I don't know that well, but those four, man.
How is this?
Those four, I really dig them.
Maybe.
Professor?
Oh, what? I can still hardly believe we managed to win against numbers like that. Oh, unless the real me is lying dead in Gronder and this is all just a happy dream.
Nope, we won.
Hello.
Oh. Who are you looking at here? Is, what's his... I'm blanking on his name. What is his name?
We buried Lord Rodrigue's body
Oh.
ourselves. There wasn't time to do things properly. It pains me that I was unable to take him home to his territory. Once this war is over, I'd like to hold a proper funeral for him. For now, we need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well eventually. I know we can win.
Yeah, I was thinking of Glenn, Felix's brother, but it wouldn't make sense that he'd be buried here.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely.
Whoa.
After that
Hello.
great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Yes. Now apologize. What are you doing?
Sleep evades me, so I thought I'd get in some extra training. I was just about to finish. Perhaps it is the gloomy weather, but I am feeling the sting of wounds that should have healed long ago.
What wounds?
The injury I got when that girl stabbed me after the battle at Gronder. Her eyes were filled with revenge, just as mine once were.
Who was she?
I don't know, but I have a guess. Ah, I suppose I haven't told you about that yet.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked inside the monastery the other day. It caused quite the uproar. The ones who attacked me were some of the youths we taught swordsmanship to once upon a time.
Why did they do it?
It seems they were raised by a group of thieves we put down 5 years ago. I heard Lady Rhea took custody of them, claiming that the children were innocent. I have taken so many lives, and with each one I face hatred. During the last 5 years especially. My life was not so different from that of a wild beast. And that young girl's brother. At some point, I must have... That is why I thought it only natural that someone would retaliate someday. Because I hated. Because I stole and... because I killed. But with those children, it's different. We drew our blades with the best of intentions, only to hurt them in the end. I suppose this is yet another thing we will just have to live with.
I feel the same way.
Yes. As one who chose to fight, it is my responsibility to confront this anguish and the true nature of war, until the day my life comes to an end.
We can confront it together.
Thank you. You know, Professor, there is something that I only recently realized. I never knew it could be so comforting to have someone standing by my side.
I take offense to that because Dedu has been your bro from the beginning. Don't ever forget Dedu again, Dimitri. Damn you. I freaking love Dedu. Hell, man, I've almost decided that I'm gonna make my female Byleth marry Dedu. Because he is such a boss. It's not certain yet. I know, I started with Mercy, guys. I started with Mercy. And she's still great. I don't like her new design as much, but she's still fantastic. Who's over here, Cyril? What you doing amongst the online clones?
Guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see. But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
You could find our targets quicker than anyone.
Yeah, I suppose it could be real useful for finding Lady Rhea, too. Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
Yeah, I haven't really used these online things. From what I understand, you can really abuse the system.
Hi there.
But I'm not interested in doing that, so I've just not touched that stuff. I hope you guys don't mind. An advanced axe tournament. Yeah, that'd probably be for our boy Dedu. Dedu or Gilbert. Let's go ahead and save. Oh, we haven't really seen him in his War Master getup yet, so this will be the first time. 32 times 2. Wow. 0. Look at him go. He looks like a freaking gladiator. What a badass. Nobody's gonna be able to touch him.
Sit back.
Unless some random axe mage shows up. I think that would be breaking the rules. Unless he shows up with a bolt axe. If somebody shows up with a bolt axe, that's the only thing that I would have to worry about. Oh, this one can hurt me.
I will break you.
Any crits. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Had to be done.
Not that you need it, but... What a boss.
Had to be done.
Silver Axe Plus.
Maybe.
Alright, we still need to go upstairs over here. And up to the church. Cathedral.
If we're headed to the kingdom capital, that means we're further away from rescuing Lady Rhea. But it can't be helped, can it? Perhaps some people will question this decision, but I trust your judgment. Lady Rhea would want us to help in Ferdiad. She'd scold us if we rescued her and left innocent people suffering.
No, I think I'm still gonna focus on magic. I thought about maybe shifting gears and searching for, or working towards that S rank, but I think I still want to get reason and faith up.
Fighting with 3 different groups in the mix was as confusing as it was difficult to survive. Enemies and allies dying, one on top of the other. What an absolute mess, huh? If only I had my infirmary out in Gronder. Maybe I could have saved a few more lives. Fighting enemy, if only I...
So let's see, you're one of the people that I would like to try and get a support up with, right? Yes. Let's see if we can get that to happen.
Enemies, if only I...
Fashionable women.
Thank you, Professor.
I thought that one might be a 2-up with her. Do you like flowers?
Thank you, Thank you.
I'm sure there's a flower you do
Thank
like.
you.
But... Okay, nope, not yet.
Fight enemy, if only I... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fighting enemy, if only
whoops.
Fighting enemy,
Tough nut
if
to
only
crack, Manuela.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's see if that's enough. It is. Alright, we got that A rank.
Well...
What's up, Hanneman?
There's a school of sorcery in Ferdiad, which is staffed by the top minds of magical research. The study of crests and sorcery should not be separate. I've often thought I should pay them a visit someday. I never imagined I might end up invading the place with an army, though. Not how I imagined it at all.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't visited it before. I think I'm going to use the rest on reason. So that would be Annie, and we could also learn from... Oh, what's her name? Super popular girl. Dorothea. Blinked on her name.
The battle at Gronder
I'm sure
Field
that'll
was
make
gruesome,
plenty of
wasn't
people
it?
super mad.
But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away. To close our eyes to the horrors of war.
I agree.
As survivors, we must ensure that all these lives were not lost in vain. We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future. May an age of peace rise from the ashes, so that all this sacrifice means something.
Edelgard, Claude, His
Well,
Highness.
look at you.
All the house leaders from way back when assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
Nice dress and hat, girl.
I think the Emperor was wounded at Gronder Field. What do you think is going on in the Empire now? The Leicester Alliance has really suffered a blow as well. Who knows what will become of them? From now on, we have to pay close attention to how the rest of Fodlan is doing.
I've got, yeah, ancient coin. You'll love that.
Wow!
Yeah, we want to get his
the
A
Emperor,
rank.
from now on. I appreciate.
Ah, come on. I thought for sure. Do you study government? Probably not. Blue cheese. Some lovers of food and drink. Hey, you like that one. Sunflowers, huh? Alright, let's see if that's enough. Not yet.
The Emperor, the less from now on. I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate. The less from now on. I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate.
Alright, and now we got Aloise as well.
I am very grateful to you. I could never have achieved this on my own. This is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Ferdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me. You make ready for the actual battle.
I mean, Felix is already,
We are taking our first steps forward.
I mean, he's already given his support, so I guess it's just a matter of making sure that his uncle is also on board.
I have a request. I have a request. Thank you very much. This month, leave the is a tricky.
Find some flowers. I mean, this is just free renown, baby. Oh no, we're locked in the greenhouse. There we go.
Professor!
Unbelievable.
Gladiolus. Like Final Fantasy 15?
I think.
This month, leave the is a tricky bit. Thank you.
Wait,
Thank
was that
you
not what I was
very
supposed to do? Oh, okay. I was very scared for just a second there. A Dusker Battalion, huh? Okay, so there's that. Where were you, Sedith? Oh, you were over in your study? Yeah, I guess I didn't look up there, did I?
What?
It seems we are headed for the kingdom capital. It may be a roundabout route, but I believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea.
The Church of Seros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dimitri. Okay.
Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
I accept.
Aww. You're a devout believer.
I accept.
Oh, come on, man. Those little tooltips are not actually that helpful, because that is accurate. He is a devout believer, right?
I accept.
Cool, we got his next one. And we got a bunch of those this time.
Okay.
Ah, Shamir. Cool.
It's been 10 years. Can I move on yet? Ugh, never mind. I know what you'd say.
Ooh. Were you talking to someone?
In a sense. Someone who's long since passed.
Yeah, who'd you lose, Shamir? I don't know if
Another
we know
mercenary
this.
I fought alongside. They were killed 10 years ago when Dagda was in conflict with the Empire. It's all I can focus on lately.
Why do you think that is?
To be honest, I blame you.
Oh. What?
I'm just teasing. I know it's not your fault. You just remind me of him. You give off a similar air. It's uncanny. You even have the same inflection, which makes no sense because we only ever spoke Dagdan. I don't know what it is, but you feel the same to me. I guess you just remind me of the past.
I'm sorry.
Please, it's not your fault. It's my fault for getting caught up in memories. Still, you always remember your first love, right? That's enough of that. There are more relevant topics to discuss.
So I remind you of your first love, do I? What will you do after the war?
Good question. The world is completely open to me. Your next move seems apparent. But who knows where I'll end up. I left Dagda, crossed through Bridget, and came all the way to Fodlan on my own. I think I'll be just fine navigating this world, wherever I decide to go.
I believe that. You know how to take care of yourself. Alright. How's it going, Ash?
I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year? I can't even imagine.
Maybe we should ask someone?
Good point. I'll check with His Highness.
Alright. You do that.
Really?
Isn't there a way to turn withered, barren land into soil that is rich and abundant with crops? It pains my heart to see people dying of starvation. She doesn't really care about reading, does she? This is definitely Bernie. A crop that can grow on withered land. Oh, that was Ingrid. That kind of looked like Bernie to me for a second. My bad.
Hey, you.
How's it going, Flame?
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
Yeah, you don't teach reason. How's my renown?
Need something?
Not there yet.
See you
900.
again soon.
900 more.
Yes.
So many people died in the battle at Gronder. And here we are, preparing for the next battle as if nothing happened the day before.
It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent.
Though actors die, the show goes
Something
on.
like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play. So many people, and
Whoops.
it's almost...
Okay, we've got a support up here to do.
Professor?
Manuela, here's your A rank.
So I said, 2 can play at that game. I told him, a small-time little weasel like you ought to be begging me for attention.
This is why you
it
can't
gets
keep
me
a
so
boyfriend.
mad, so worked up. Why aren't there any men around here who understand what a catch I am?
Oh my gosh.
Come to think of it, you've always been nice to me. If only you were a man. I mean, you listen to all my problems.
Is she one of the ones that you can have same-sex relationship with?
I feel like I can really trust you. I don't have
She
that
wouldn't be
kind
the
of
one I
thing with
chose
a lot
anyway,
of people.
but I think, so we already know that Mercy is one of them. I think Dorothea is one of them. And I think there might be a third one, and it might be Manuela. You're a close friend.
I know. It's a real tragedy. I suppose this is what the goddess has ordained, so I'll accept it. All right, enough of this moping around. What we need is a change of mood. We've still got a lot to do together. When I think about that, what are 1 or 2 men?
Oh, she's sad. What's wrong?
What's wrong is, it's not just 1 or 2 men, it's more like 100 men, maybe even 200, more! I'm completely... Oh, I can't get out of this mood!
At least you can get a date.
Actually, I've got an idea. Exercise will help. I'm going to the training ground. Come on and give me a hand. Gonna work my anger out on 100 training dummies. Maybe 200 if we've got them.
There you go. I think that sounds like a great plan, Manuela. Is she one of the S ranks? So, okay, no, she's not. Oh, yeah, no, Dorothea is. So, Mercedes and Dorothea are. I don't know who any of the other ones are, but... Okay, we need to do some more supports, and we need to find where Annie is. I think she was over here? Yes. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're right up here at the top of the stairs, right?
I see.
The kingdom...
Gotta get that B rank. Hopefully it gives us a new offensive magic. Aloise? Cool.
Ah, there you are. Hello.
You don't look as cheery as usual.
No, yes. Apologies. I'm struggling with some unpleasant thoughts. Since the war began, I've ended so many lives. You and your students got your hands dirty as well. Nobody forced you all to join the fight, of course. You did so of your own volition. Still, there must be something very wrong with the world for it to make children into killers.
I know what you mean.
That's true enough. We've all gotten older. Ah, listen to me. I'm sorry for being so glum.
I don't want to hit on him. I'm not interested. You're handsome when you brood?
Well said. In truth, I don't think any expression will improve my looks. I'm a brute, no matter what face I pull.
Absolutely
you really
terrifying,
are just
Eloise.
like Gerald. When I was down in the dumps, he'd cheer me up with a playful quip. He gave me his library of jokes, but when I tell one of them, nobody laughs at the punchline. They laugh at me. You, on the other hand, well, you inherited the old man's comic talents. I'm feeling pretty perky now, all thanks to you. I can't stop this war by feeling gloomy about it. Onward, to a brighter future.
Hear, hear.
To tell you the truth, that was another line I picked up from Gerald. He taught me everything about life. He was more important to me than anyone in the world. Apart from you, perhaps.
Because Gerald was my father?
Oh, sure, there's that, but not only that. When I look at you or see you fighting in battle, it's like I'm seeing a sibling.
Yeah, because you saw yourself as a son
It's like
to
seeing
him.
something sacred and powerful. Something I must defend. You're so important to the future of Fodlan, and to me. I promise to continue protecting you with the strength of a knight and the love of a big brother.
You're a good person, Eloise. You're more like a dad to me. I'm counting on you.
Good. In the name of Gerald, I swear to keep you safe. You're welcome to return the favor, should you feel so inclined.
Okay. Up on the side here.
Really?
Oh.
Professor.
Sedith.
Professor, a moment. I am sorry that I doubted your ability. I deeply regret ever holding such a view of you. It is obvious to me now that you are extraordinary.
Really? Thanks, Sedith.
Do you doubt your own power, even now? I suppose that's only natural.
No, it's just surprising
You've
hearing
lived
that
your
from
whole
you.
life knowing next to nothing about yourself. Not even Gerald could have possibly known all there is to know about you. But I wonder, are you satisfied with that?
What do you mean? Tell me what
Are you
know.
content not knowing who you are? Or do you yearn to know more?
Did Rhea tell you more than you're telling me? I wish to know more.
That was a foolish question, of course. You are not the sort to be complacent. So, only one more question matters. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
The truth. All of it.
Yes, so tell me.
Learning it will doubtlessly have direct consequences on your life. I do not know what those will be. You may decide, once you learn it, that you wish you hadn't. But even if you have such regrets, you will never be able to return to ignorance. So, are you ready to know the truth?
Yes, I am.
I see. That is what I wish to hear. Since the Archbishop put so much faith in you, I will continue to offer my aid. More than that, I will put my faith in you as well, and I will do all that is within my power to help you someday reach the truth.
Okay. Most likely we'll actually learn that truth in the story, but there's a possibility that if we increase his rank that he'll give us something else that might be important. Cool, that's all the supports, and we've done everything we can today. We're a little bit closer to getting our B rank in Reason, and we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you all next time.